Yay, we in business. I think. We live. Should be live. Let me double check this thing. Make sure we good to go. We in business. We live, broadcasting to the world, to the human race. I don't know, man. Is this on? Am I live? Testing. 1, 2. All right. Yeah, we good. We in business. Is this on? Am I live? Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Contemplating the Human Experience with the one and only Gary Haskins. I'm actually not the one and only Gary Haskins. There's plenty of other Gary Haskins out there. But in this stream, I'm the one and only Gary Haskins. But yeah, man, just want to come on here because today and many other days, I've had this experience where, going about my humanly affairs, driving my car, just walking in the street, in the woods, or, maybe you can relate, you're at the office or something, or you're just doing something humanly, right? Taking a shit or something, and then it just hits you out of nowhere, right? Like, wait a second. What the fuck's going on? What the fuck's going on, bro? Does that ever happen? Is it just me? Where I get lost in the happenings of my life, the things I gotta do, the places I gotta be, the people I gotta see. And then out of nowhere, it just hits, just smacks me right in the face. Like, wait. What the fuck? What is this? What does it mean, man, to be a human being? What am I doing? What are we all doing? That weird dawning of almost like a confused state of wait. What the fuck? And we're all on that same wavelength. We just act like we're not. Nobody has any clue what's going on. We all act like we know what's going on. We all act like we're the man. We got it all figured out. Doing my thing here as a human being. Look at me. Look at my suit, my car, my house, my wife, my 2 kids, my dog, my white picket fence. Look at me. Doesn't it look like I got it all figured out? No. To me, nobody has it figured out. If you're in this humanly form, you're just as confused as I am. We're all confused. We're all lost. We were all just thrust here into this world that I didn't create. Ultimately in the transcendental non-dual sense, I guess I did create it. We all created it. The one created it. But me, from this vantage point, I was just thrust here. Just came about. Came into being. And here I am. In the year 2022. 29 years old. Have people I know. People I love. Got a job. Got a YouTube channel. Got things going for me. I got a story of my life of who I think I am. Where I think I'm going. Where I've been. And the story of others in my life. But ultimately, that's all just a story, dog. Because, where did we come from? Where did this all come from? Where did this story come from? What's the origin point of this story of what we call ourselves, what we tell ourselves we are? This world was already created before we came into being. There was a framework here. There was a way of living. There's rules. There's a law. There's language. There's a sort of structure here. And my note of consciousness and the vantage point of Gary was just, whoop, your time to go, man. Your time to play the game here. And here I am. Here I friggin' am, dude. And here you are. You're in the same predicament as I am. We're all just appeared here. Out of nowhere, seemingly. Out of the void. And now there's something going on. It feels like there's something going on. There's some kind of happening, it seems. But that's all we can really conclude. Anything else that we put other than the I amness, the seeming experience of it all, the happening, like I said, other than that, after we put anything after that, it's just a story that we tell ourselves to keep ourselves sane, to keep some kind of semblance of order in this life. Anything after I am a carpenter, I am a writer, I am a YouTuber, I am Gary, I am white, I am blah blah blah. Anything after that is just a narrative that we tell ourselves, just so we can keep some kind of framework for what the hell's going on here. But ultimately, like I said, it's all a fallacy. It's all an illusion. Because sit down and think about it right now, dog. Sit down, just like, I don't want to make anybody like, have any kind of neurotic episode or, do anything crazy. But really, just sit down and think about it. How did we get here? How did you get here? What the fuck is going on? What's like right now, in this moment? What is this? What is this? There's something going on here, man. Is it a dream? Just like when I go to sleep at night? Is this just another dream? Just seems like a little more vivid? It feels realer. It feels real. But is it real? And what is real? It feels like there's something going on, right? People say this is all an illusion. Non-dualists say there's nothing going on. But it's the same, not saying nothing's going on is the same thing as saying something's going on. Like there's something, there's a happening. And we're in it. We're all in it together. We're all in the same, time, space, sphere together. And we don't know who we are, where we came from, why this is even happening, why there has to be something rather than nothing. At all. Nobody has any clue, dog. If you're a human being, you have no idea. We have no idea. And the more you go into your beingness, the more you go into the depths of your soul, of your mind, through meditation, psychedelics, and things of that nature, the more you come to realize that you don't know shit. It's like the more you dive into the curiosity and questioning of yourself, the more questions it yields. It's so peculiar, man. The human condition is so peculiar. And like I said before, how I started this whole thing off, it's funny because, you can come into states like that, like, what the, dog, like, what is this, dog? Like, seriously, what the fuck is going on? And then get sucked back into the story and the narrative and your bills, and you're in traffic. And you gotta make sure you get here on time or else the boss is gonna get mad at you. And, oh no, my girlfriend's mad at me. She said this to me last night. We got in a fight. I'm mad. And it's just like we build up these stories, right? It's peculiar. We get sucked into the narratives. But then there's also that other side of us. That other, I guess you could say, divine side of us. That is outside of the narratives. Outside of the matrix, per se, of the mind. The unbound self that's on the outside of us. That's ultimately the unbound mystery. All of this is just a giant mystery. It's almost like we exist in two worlds. One that is created by essentially our own free will. We create this narrative. We create the story of being a human being. Through our will, we really do. And then there's another one that is our true self, I guess you could say. But the true self is a mystery. We don't know. We don't know our true selves. It's the human experience is ultimately a mystery. I wouldn't want it any other way. I mean, I'm kind of glad that it's all a mystery. It's kind of cool that it's a mystery. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if it wasn't a mystery and we knew everything. It would kind of suck. Like, I kind of like that we're all on the same wavelength. You know, I kind of like that we're all on the same page of, dude, I don't know what's going on. Do you know what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Because that ultimately means, like, that the, through the story, through the humanly story that I spoke about, through the narrative that we tell ourselves, in and through that, no matter how much clout you got, how much money you got, how cool you think you are, whatever's going on in your life, ultimately we're all equal. We're all just confused apes that just appeared here out of nowhere. It's wild, man. It's really wild. Oh, man. It's wild, but it's also peaceful at the same time. There's a peace to find. There's a semblance of peace to find in the great mystery. I don't know how to explain it. Because like I said, it's all good. The mystery is actually, that's part of the experience. That's what it means to be a human being. Is we exist in this facade of a life where we have to survive. We got the woes of life. We got our mental ills, and we got our physical ills. And then on the other side of that, it doesn't really matter. On the other side of that is the ultimate story of humanity, of us finding our way through those trials and tribulations of being a human being. That's what's really going on, is we're figuring out what's going on. That's what's going on, man. But no one has any idea what's going on right now. I don't even think if there is a truth to be had collectively of what it means to be a human being, we don't even have a modicum. Is that the right word? A modicum? Hold on, I'm going to look up the definition of modicum. Modicum. We don't even have a modicum. Modicum? Modicum. Is it modicum with a D? I put T-cum. A small amount. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we don't even have a modicum of where we came from. I don't even know if that's the right way of saying it, but all I'm saying is we're not even close. We're still so far gone. We're definitely getting there, and this is the start of that. The entire renaissance that we're living in right now is humanity getting that wake-up call, like I said, collectively in each of our own lives, that, wait a second, what the fuck? Essence in all of our lives, and working with that. And then ultimately, I think that wavelength, that direction will bring us toward more of an answering of the great mystery of being a human being. But first, you got to ask the question, man. A lot of us haven't even asked the question. We just kind of go on that, if there is a dualistic side of life, which there isn't. I know there isn't, okay? I know it's all one. But it seems like there is. And when it seems like you're just lost in the humanly affairs of trying to survive, trying to satisfy the senses, trying to fornicate here and there, trying to feel good, not suffer, just get through the day. When you get lost in that, you forget about the mystery of the human condition, of experience and existence itself. But I think we're getting more on that wavelength. We're getting more slowly and slowly. This is the renaissance of us getting more of an orientation toward the mystery of first ourselves. First, you got to ask that, like, wait, what is this? And then ultimately, what it means to be in this together, in this giant mystery together. And that's what we come to find, man. That's what I'm coming to find in my own journey, is that, the more you go within yourself, question yourself, have a little bit of self-inquiry through the noise of life, the more you can come to find that we have a lot more in common than we were led to believe. And that maybe this life of being a human being isn't so dog eat dog. It isn't so competitive after all. Maybe that's where we're going. That's what it feels like. The great mystery is yielding an epiphany of connection. And we've been living in this shroud of competition, of separation, all of these years, through the majority of human existence. We don't see the similarities in one another. We only see a lot of differences in a competitive lifestyle. It's literally built into us, man. That competitive lifestyle is literally built into our genetic structure, our DNA. You had to be competitive to survive, as a human, as an animalistic being. Nature is competitive. Our primal nature is competitive. That's where we come from. So right now is the growing pains into our cooperation. And that's what's happening. But first, we're all getting the wake-up call. You have to wonder about yourself first. You have to have that spark of curiosity about the mystery. And then, even though we might not have any clue what's going on, we might not ever figure it out per se, there are certain things that we get to figure out about this experience. And maybe it comes in stages, right? Maybe it comes in stages of awakening certain levels of our consciousness. Well, maybe the level that we're at right now is first waking up to the mystery, and then after that, we find out in this mystery, we're all in this together. We're all in this mystery together. And then we start to act like that. And then from there, more answers in the future. We'll probably get more and more after that. I think we got to take it step by step, figuring out this human experience here, this mass confusion that we find ourselves in. Because just because nobody has any clue what's going on, that we're in this giant mystery of the moment, and the here and now is a giant mystery, I don't think that means we should give up in trying to figure out the mystery. And just because it may seem like a losing battle to try and figure it out per se, or yield endless questions in this mystery of the human life, I don't think that means that we should have a sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Nihilistic approach to the human experience. A sort of, oh man, I'm never gonna figure this out. Might as well go back to playing Call of Duty. Type of experience. No, it should be more courageous in that journey to the mystery. It should yield a path of righteousness in the mystery, tackling it head on in this mystery, without fear, with love for the mystery, because the mystery makes it interesting. And the mystery is kind of, like I said before, man, it's why we're here. We're God figuring out we're God. That's the story, man. But right now, first we just gotta ask the question, what are we? What the heck is going on, dog? What the heck's going on? And then once we all get on the same wavelength, we start to figure out we're all in this mystery together, the great mystery of the moment together, then I think we evolve. We evolve to be a higher species of higher consciousness. And the mystery becomes less mysterious as time goes on. It's gradual, but also exponential. I think exponentially we are figuring it out We're figuring out things at a physical level. Things about the laws of the universe, things about new technology, new ways of communication, etc. Things that we can see, feel, touch, new things in our life. But then we're also figuring out aspects of our own consciousness. Even though, like I said, we just have a modicum of that knowledge that could yield a conclusion to the great mystery. Don't have much right now. Well, we still have something that we can hang on to. There's something that we can... There's something like a thread that we can find within that'll lead the way to the light, to shine the light on the mysterious happenings, the mysterious life that we call the here and now, the mysterious here and now. There's a thread within all of us that'll lead the way. You just gotta take the time, man. Ask the questions, go within regularly, and that's all you need, bro. It's cliche, but the journey is the destination. The journey is the destination. Just because it's a mystery doesn't mean you don't get on that horse, you don't get on that saddle, go galloping into the void, into the vortex of the self. No, you go further and further, you giddy up in there. That's what it's all about, man. That's what the human experience is about. We're all cowboys of consciousness here. Might have to change that, my name to that. The cowboy of consciousness. It's the consciousness cowboy. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. But yeah, man, I'm kind of getting a little lost in my thoughts right now. Summing it up, ultimately, life's a mystery. It's a beautiful mystery. I wouldn't want it in any other way. But ultimately, it's a mystery for all of us. All of us. Every single one of us. We almost have a duty, like a slight obligation. Not that anybody has to do anything. But it seems like we all have an obligation here. Being a being to dive a little into the mystery of yourself. That's what it seems like for me. Just dive a little bit in. Don't be scared, it's not gonna hurt. I think that's just a part of us, like we're supposed to dive a little bit in. I don't know. Because we have no idea. Don't you want to figure it out? I feel obligated, at least. Like I feel like I need to. Like I have to at least like pursue something. Pursue some kind of questioning. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. It is just me. All of this is just me. All of this is just you. There's really just one of us here. That's what we can conclude. That's what we can all conclude, is there's really only just one of us here, dog. Why? Who knows? Where we're going? Who knows? Well, where I think we're going is the one of us split into the many of us, the billions of us, into the mystery, for God itself. The one knew it was getting into this mystery. The one forgot it was the one to come here, now, into the many, getting lost in the narratives of the many, the stories of the many, the games of the many, to then return back into the one, yet also retaining the many. So retaining the different nodes of the many, the different vantage points of the many, the different creative powers of the many, yet tapping back in to that one essence within us all. It's a different state of evolution. It's a different state of consciousness. It's conscious evolution. It's a return, yet a new beginning. That's what you can find if you dive into the mystery of yourself. You can feel our interconnectivity. That's behind the scenes. And that this mystery is supposed to happen all along. There's the famous Alan Watts story. I think I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. And you might have heard it before. If you could dream a dream where anything was possible, you do whatever you want, tap into infinity, just live lives of just do anything you want, man. You can have a threesome with Scarlett Johansson and Emma Watson whenever you want, every night, all at the same time, right? You can fly through the galaxy. Do whatever you want, whatever you wish. It happens right here, right now. Well, eventually, within that dream, you get bored of having those threesomes with Scarlett Johansson and Emma Watson. You get bored of flying through different galaxies every night. And you say, man, I need to switch up. I need something different about this whole infinity thing. You know what I mean? I need limits. I need rules. I need something to make it interesting. So within that dream, where you could dream whatever you wanted, the next step in that dream would be for you to be here and now in this experience. Think about that one. Infinity would get old eventually. God mode in video games isn't so fun. When you're doing a cheat code in a video game, it's not that fun. In a game, we like rules. We like a little bit of a challenge. Imagine if you had complete freedom, you could do whatever you want. It wouldn't really be interesting. If there was no mystery to life, if there was, nothing to figure out. Not wanting to be offensive, but I think nipples are banned here. Nipples are banned. Even man nipples are banned. What about free the nipple, man? They don't like my nipples? Hey, you can ban me for my nipples. Well, hey man, ban me for my nipples. Ban me for my nipples if they really want to. Isn't that funny, right? How in our society, you can't show a woman's nipples. Oh no, don't go there. You can show everything up to here, but then once you go to the nipple, you better put that away. You're going to jail. You better put that, at least in America, right? It's so weird. It's so weird. You can't show a woman's nipples. A woman's nipples and a guy's nipples are the same exact thing, dog. It's so strange. It's so strange that we have to wear clothes in the first place. It's a law that we have to wear clothes. I mean, I get it. I'm not going to say I don't get it. But it's a law. Like, you can't exist without having clothes. It's like goes, all right, if you want to be part of the tribe, man, you got to cover up what's going on down there, okay? Cover up what's going, that right there, and that right there. Just cover that up and you can be part of the tribe. It goes existence and then close. Step 1, you exist. Step 2, Better cover up that dick. It's wild. Yeah, just let me be shirtless. Come on. What's wrong? Come on, man. I think we should all be able to be shirtless. We should all be able to be naked. In a just world, in a free world, we should all be able to be naked. Seriously. I mean, there should be like, non-naked zones. But the fact that if I walked out of my house right now, who says I'm not naked, too? Who says I'm not wearing pants right now? I haven't stood up. I could be naked. Just saying. But what kind of world where if I were to walk outside right now with no clothes, bearing the God-given body, the body that I was born with, if I were to walk outside just existing, I can get put in jail. For just existing. I'm not doing anything malicious. Not doing, anything, no assault, just simply existing. I would go to jail. You better cover up that dick. You better cover up that dick. That's what they say. We don't want no dick around here. You better cover that up. And that butthole, you better fucking cover that up. Just when you think you're free, remember, if you were to walk outside naked, you'd go to jail. I'm about 10 seconds from going to jail. 10 seconds from going to jail. I'm lucky there's walls here, okay? It's craziness. I mean, I get it because there's weird people out there. I get it. I don't think it would work now. Like if the United States or the whole world passed a law, they said, hey man, all right, we messed up. Sorry, everyone could be naked. It wouldn't work because there's a lot of weirdos out there. There's a lot of people that, we don't want to see naked, one, and we just don't want to be around them naked, I wouldn't want to be around some people naked. It makes sense. I get it. But there's a lot of factors as that. It's because the over-sexualization of our society, where we're at, it's just, we got ourselves into a dark hole from our past of not being able to be naked. But in a just world, in a free world, we can all be naked. Maybe we'll get there someday. Who knows? We'll see. Am I wearing pants? You know what? I'm going to leave that a mystery. I'm going to let you decide. Am I wearing pants? Think about it. Am I wearing pants? Who knows? I don't have to wear pants right now. If I stood up, maybe then I'd get banned. But I'm going to let you decide. Let your imagination go to work. What's going on down here? I don't know. That's what OnlyFans is for. Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Just when you think you're free. Remember, you can't even be naked. You can't even just exist. It's pretty wild, dog. I don't even remember what I was talking about before this. I have no idea where I was going. Somebody mentioned my nipples and I went down a rant about being naked. I don't know. Hey, thanks for tuning in though, everybody. Yeah. I don't know. Anybody got any questions? Anyone want to talk about life? Talk about what it means to be a human, what the hell's going on here, what we're doing. Let's create a private community where everybody will be naked and search for enlightenment. Yeah, that sounds like a hippie commune. That's serious. That would definitely make the news. That's for sure. Yeah, it's called a nudist colony. They have those. They have plenty of those. I just don't think they're searching for enlightenment. I just think they want to be naked. There are plenty of places where you can just be naked. But I don't know. I've never been there. Maybe I should go visit a nudist colony. Just see what's up. See what it's like. Interview the people. Say, hey man, like, why do you do this? Like what's going on? Is there, is there a sense of freedom involved in this? What's the motive behind this? It's not like it's not a thing that you can be naked in certain places. It's just that, like, I don't know, man. You got to be a certain kind of person. Maybe deep down, I'm a nudist. And I'm just coming to that conclusion right now. Maybe I'm a fucking nudist. Damn. It's hitting me. I'll let y'all know. I'll keep y'all posted. Might have to go to a nudist colony, figure it out. Like, out of, like, genuine curiosity. Because think about it. That's pretty weird. Not weird in a bad way, but it's pretty different. For somebody to say, you know what? You know what, dog? Fuck this. I ain't wearing clothes. I'm going to live with the other people that also aren't wearing clothes. And you're just hanging around a bunch of naked people all day. I don't know if I could do it. Like, I would just, I mean, it would probably not. It would be weird the first day. Like, the first day you get there, you're just like, okay, there's a dick, there's a dick, there's a dick, there's a dick, nipples, dick, butthole. And then probably after that, you just get okay with it. Because I think naturally, that's how we're supposed to be. I think naturally, you know, we're all supposed to be like the African tribesmen. Like, there's literally people living in Africa right now that still are naked. I think why it's weird and why I have this conception of it's weird to not wear clothes, or why we all do, is because we don't know any other way. Like, from birth, from our existence, they clothed us. We don't know any other way of existing other than having clothes, right? So, I mean, if we were to just flip that around, if we lived in a world where everyone was just naked all the time, and then all of a sudden somebody puts on pants, it would be the same thing. Like, what's up with that guy? Why is he wearing pants? What's up? Hey, man, you gotta let that go. You gotta let that flow. Okay, what's up? Be free. Wear some pants. Wear a shirt. I mean, don't wear a shirt. What's up with that? You know, it just comes from the normalization. It's our conditioning. It's really just our years and years of conditioning. And yeah, man, maybe I'm a nudist. Who knows? I gotta go on Google nudist colonies near me, see what's up, go visit them. But the thing is, I don't think I can go there with clothes. Like, I'm gonna have to get naked with these people. That's the thing. I'm gonna have to, like, you know, I feel like if you're wearing clothes at a nudist colony, it's just not gonna vibe. Like, they're gonna look at you like an outsider, you know. It's just not gonna be, you gotta, like, be one of them. You gotta be free with them at the colony. So I'll do it. I don't care, man. As long as no one gets a boner. As long as nobody gets a boner, I'm cool with it. Hey, man, something to think about. The bot is it is human. All of these bots, the bot is just me using Restream, which is automatically takes the different places that I'm streaming from and makes it so that you can see it. So there's some people commenting on YouTube, there's some people commenting on Twitch, and then I also on other places. So what the bot does is takes all the comments and puts it all into one chat. So it is human. All of these comments are human. They're just it's collected by a bot. It's pretty cool. I actually think most live streamers should do it. They should, you know, live stream on other platforms and then find a way to connect all of it. I think that actually, you know, kind of going off topic a little bit here, I think that's kind of where we should go. Like, we have way too many social media platforms at this point in time, right? There's way too many places to upload stuff and way too many mediums to take in stuff, right? So what if we had like just one social media platform, or we had one social media platform that brings it all together, right? So you don't have to have Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, the list goes on, right? You don't have to have all of these different mediums. You literally just have one thing that maybe brings it all together, because obviously all those companies aren't going to want to combine. But if we had one social media platform that everybody signed up for that was really simple, that could somehow collect from a person's Twitter, somehow collect from a person's Facebook, from a person's YouTube, from a person's insert platform here, and bring it all together where somebody doesn't have to go looking to find this person and what they're doing here and what they're doing there, and just bring it all in one medium. I see that as the future, and I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. Maybe somebody's working on it now. If not, then somebody should be working on it, because, you know, kind of like Linktree. You know, Linktree brings everything together, but I think just if we could format it in a different way, have just almost like a billboard of like, here's Gary's videos, here's Gary's OnlyFans, here's Gary's Twitter, here's Gary's YouTube, and just like it's one billboard, boom, you're good. And you can follow that. You can maybe there is a thing, who knows? Yeah, it's not a bot, man. It's a person. All of these are people. It's just like I said. It's taking the comments from all the other places I'm streaming. So yeah, anything out of the confines of people's normal makes them uncomfortable. Exactly. And what is normal? What is normal? All of this normal is a story that we built up. We made normal. There is no such thing as normal. What is normalcy? There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Like I started this whole thing off, man. We're all just confused apes. And we're looking for a story to tell ourselves that we're not so confused here, that we have an idea of what's going on. To create that semblance of normalcy in our life so we don't go crazy. That's what we do. We kind of have to find this sense of normalcy. Even though normalcy is a fallacy, you almost need it. This idea of normalcy is needed so we stay sane and so we have some kind of structure to society. So it's not anarchy. Normalcy is essentially the opposite of anarchy. Because I guess anarchy is just like there's no rules. Normalcy, it's like we got to have a structure here. You got to wear clothes, dog. You got to put some pants on. You got to drive on the right side of the road. There has to be like some kind of structure here in order for us to conduct ourselves in a manner that is conducive to order. You know what I mean? But ultimately, behind the scenes, it's all a fallacy. It's really just so we can survive. But normalcy doesn't exist. There's no such thing as normal. Normal is just like a tribal, primal thing that's in our DNA to keep the tribe together, to keep the tribe cohesive, conducting ourselves in a manner that is best for the tribe. So now we have a sense of normalcy that has extended to the tribe of billions of people, right? Billions of people. We have a normal of billions of people. We have, which is essentially culture. Culture is normality of billions of people. Like, what is that? It doesn't even make any sense. Bruh, aren't you cold? Nah, man, it's pretty warm here where I'm at. It's 67 degrees Fahrenheit. I just got out the warm shower. I'm actually like kind of sweating right now. It's not cold where I'm at right now. Shout out global climate change for that. It's not all bad. The world ending, I guess you could say modern society collapsing right before our very eyes. It's not all bad. Enjoy the warmth. Enjoy the warmth in the middle of November. The 60s and 70 degree weather in November. I'm also living outside of Boston. So, it should be pretty cold here, but I'm clothless right now. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm leaving it up to you guys. I'm leaving it up to the mystery if I'm wearing pants or not. I'm leaving that up to y'all. Maybe you'll find out later in the stream. Maybe I'll make an OnlyFans and you'll find out that way. We'll see. We shall see. Leave it up to the mystery. But yeah, man. I don't really know where else to go from here. I had this thing planned to, I don't know how it's going to work, but if anyone's heard of it, it's called AI Dungeon. It's where you, I've been wanting to try it out on a live stream. It's where you create a story with AI. So it's pretty simple. I would love to have a conversation with you, but I'm no YouTuber. Hey, you're a human being, Sierra. I'm a human being. We can have a conversation. Doesn't matter who you are. I'm not really even a YouTuber anyway. I'm just some random dude. Like, what is a YouTuber? We're all just people. It doesn't matter who we are. I'll talk to anybody. I'm just a regular guy. That's what's crazy. I'm just a regular dude, just having this show for people, and literally in my bedroom, broadcasting it to the world. But I got people I love. I got a job. I got bills to pay. I'm just like anybody else. But that's the crazy thing about the time we're alive, is that anybody can do this. If you want to have your own talk show, if you want to have your own radio show, you can literally do it. Wearing no shirt, maybe no pants. from your house. You just need the setup, but once you got the setup, we got the platforms to do so, dog. Anybody can do this. Nothing's stopping you from becoming a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer or an OnlyFans model. Whatever you want to do. This is the craziest time to be alive. The amount of freedom and accessibility we have to tap into the masses is wild. It's wild. And that's another part of the mystery of the human condition, how I started this whole conversation. If you guys would rewind, you'll see I was going off on a rant about the mystery of the human condition. But that's just another part of the mystery of being born in this time. It's like the amount of power that we have to just essentially do whatever we want with the technology that we have. Right? Think about this. You couldn't do this 20 years ago. There's no way. Maybe 2002, okay, 30 years ago. You couldn't do this. You need some kind of deal, a record deal. You need somebody that knows how to edit video. You need a powerful computer to edit video. We didn't have the capabilities to do so, to have the independence to, become a YouTuber or a media artist. But now anybody can do anything they want. It's wild, man. It's wild. We're moving into a time of, it's just like great independence in terms of the media that we can produce. We don't need any of these big corporations. We don't need big funding. We don't even really need that much money ourselves to do this. I have a pretty decent setup, I'm not gonna lie. But even if you could do what I'm doing literally just from a laptop or from your phone, from a 480p, 720p webcam. You don't need much. And you don't need clothes. At least a shirt if you're a guy. We don't need much to do what I'm doing. So, yeah. Summing it up, man. If anybody wants to become a YouTuber, you can do it. Nobody's stopping you. You just really honestly just gotta not give a shit about what anybody thinks. Seriously. You just gotta have some fun with it, dog. Have some fun with it. So, before I went off on that little rant, I wanted to get into this thing called AI Dungeon, which is it's a game, I guess you could say, where you create with AI. So you do one line, that you set the premise of the story, and then the AI writes the next line, and then you write the next line after the AI, and you work off of each other, and it's pretty cool, man. Like, I've written some really good stories, and the AI is, from the ones that I've done, the AI is really good at making the story. They're actually probably better than me, and you can get some really interesting, interesting rabbit holes that you go down with the AI. But I figured we'd try it out now on this live stream, and feel free anybody to put in the input on where we can take the story. Hopefully there's not too much lag in between, but we'll see where it ends up. If it sucks, if the AI is just dumb and we don't really get anything, I'll just stop. I'll just take the L, and we can just forget it ever happened. But you don't know until you try. You gotta try in life, dog. So let's have some fun. Let me get this thing up. Okay, let's go here. Boom. We got the screen going. You get a little zoom in. So this is AI Dungeon, dog. It's pretty cool. I tried it out a little bit. You can pick a setting. So you can do like all these fantasy, mystery, zombies, apocalyptic, cyberpunk. Go through your archive. Let's do a custom setting. Okay, so this is where the AI might get a little janky. But, I like it janky. So, you can do, you can have quotes to say, or you can kind of talk about the story from almost like a third person perspective. You can describe what you see, or you can describe what you do. So kind of this is it's kind of like a first person point of view. So we're writing as if we're in the story, right? We are the character. All right, so let me think about this one. I don't want to make it too far-fetched, but I also don't want to make it too bland. Well, if anybody's watching, I don't know if anybody's really even watching. Put in your input. Like, what kind of story should we do? I'll wait. I'll wait a little bit. If nobody puts anything in the chat, then I'm gonna go, and just start the story off. But oh, hold on, I forgot I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, so we start with the prompt. You know, we start off like just kind of like the first description of the setting of the story. It's good water. It's good water. Like, where are we starting off? Like I said, if nobody puts anything in here, I'm taking off. I'm just gonna do this. Nobody put anything in here. You guys are taking too long. All right. So, a time traveler from the future. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. There we go. A time traveler from the future finds himself in the prehistoric dinosaur era. Okay, so this guy, he's a time traveler from the future. He finds himself in the prehistoric dinosaur era, where he discovers that among the dinosaurs is an alien species. Here we go. Is an alien species that is creating something. It's creating we'll just leave it up to the AI. A mysterious technology. Let's see what that yields. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I'm sharing my screen. We're good. We're sharing the screen. Let's see what that yields. Not making any guarantees here. Let's see. Boom. Come on, AI Dungeon. Yes, you remember the story. You remember defeating them. Well, you'll defeat them again. Only this time, you won't be alone. Okay, so I guess we're going against the aliens. Only this time, you won't be alone. What happens next? Maybe I should have did, rather than do, I should have did story. You know what I mean? What happens? Let me retry that. No. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Quick start. Boom. Let's retry this. Okay, we're gonna retry this. Yeah, see, I did do. I should have just did story. Describe the story a little bit. Okay. Try this again. Take two. A time traveler from the distant future accidentally, he didn't mean to go this far, accidentally travels to the prehistoric era of the dinosaurs and finds himself amongst an alien species that is creating a mysterious technology. Boom. I think that's a good premise. We'll see what the AI does with this. Let's go. Here we go. All right, so summing it up, man. A time traveler from the distant future accidentally travels to the prehistoric era of the dinosaurs and finds himself amongst an alien species that is creating a mysterious technology that could change the course of evolution on Earth. That's what I wanted. Okay, it's all about the prompts, man. It's all about telling the AI where to go. You got to direct the AI. Okay, what happens next? What do we see? What do we do? What do you say? What happens next? And we don't, that's the thing too, which is cool, is like, if I don't know what to say, you can just let the AI kind of do its thing. Let me see if I can get the chat pop out here. Chat overlay. Yeah, fuck it, don't matter. All right. Do you, what happened? It just messed up. Come on, dog. What? I didn't mean for it to do that. Is this it? Oh, okay. Boom. That could change the course of evolution on Earth. Let's see what the AI says after this. Just let it do its thing. Training the... Alright, dude. This isn't working how I thought it was going to work. I'm a huge dork. Dude, what? last time I tried this, it wasn't this bad. Yes, this has nothing to do. Retry. Come on, dog. Okay. That has nothing to do with what we just did, dog. This was supposed to be cool. This was supposed to be cool, man. What? It got into the Matrix Reloaded. This was supposed to be cool. All right, man. Last time I tried this by myself, it was actually pretty cool. But I'm gonna try it one more time, and if it's a L, it's a L. Enter the prompt. Let's not let the AI do its thing. You are a secret agent sent from a distant galaxy to find out the treasure. To find the treasure that is lost beneath the surface of the moon of Jupiter. Is that how you spell Jupiter? Jupiter. That's how you spell Jupiter, ain't it? But in your journeys to the center of the moon, you find a mysterious object. That's it. Let's see what it does with that. Boom. You are a secret agent sent from a distant galaxy to find the treasure that is lost beneath the surface of the moon of Jupiter. But in your journeys to the center of the moon, you find a mysterious object which opens a hole in your memory banks. You realize you are having dreams. In fact, your whole life is one big dream. Okay, let's see. What do you see? I see my whole life flash before my very eyes. My whole life is one big dream. Of course it is. I see my whole life flash before my very eyes. What is this? Oh, it's like AI art. I guess that's my life. That's so bad. Doesn't relate at all. I guess that's kind of cool though. The AI created that. How could it be? You say, how could it be? That's supposed to be the dream of life. As you enter the city of Jupiter, you realize you are not dreaming anymore. In front of you, you see the main entrance of the giant pyramid. Okay, so I went into the dream, and I came out of the dream. What do you do? I go closer to the pyramid. But at an instant, I am stopped. It seems there is a force field that does not allow one to enter the premises of the pyramid. I don't know where this is going, dog. Then you look at the sky. Suddenly you see you're not on the ground anymore. You are in a helicopter flying above the giant pyramid. The force field that stopped you from entering the pyramid is now preventing you from leaving. We're in a helicopter. What happens next? I am stuck in the pyramid. I am stuck in the helicopter-like object. As we fly closer to the pyramid, we realize that we have entered another dream. A dream within a dream of dreaming. I don't know if this is gonna work. Now you see that the helicopter was full of bullet holes, and you see that you were the one piloting the helicopter. There is a mysterious man sitting next to you. What happens next? What do you do? Who are you? I say, who are you? We are the dreams of ourselves, the universe, everything. The mysterious man says in a booming voice. Yo, what? That's trippy. Okay, this is getting good. This is getting juicy now. What happens next? Okay, so we're in the helicopter. We're approaching the pyramid, but then we realize we're in another dream as we're in the helicopter. There's a mysterious man next to us. I say, who are you? He says, we are the dream of ourselves, the universe, everything. The mysterious man says in a booming voice. And just as the mysterious man ends his statement, a wormhole opens at the top of the pyramid. In the helicopter, this is craziness. The helicopter gets sucked into it. Okay? Just as the mysterious man ends his statement, a wormhole opens at the top of the pyramid, and the helicopter gets sucked into it. A brilliant light appears, and then you awake in a warm bathtub. I was actually going to take it this way. This is what you remember. You are a secret agent sent from a distant galaxy to find the treasure that is lost beneath the surface of the moon of Jupiter. That's how we started it off. That's pretty funny. So we wake up in a bathtub, and we remember what we were supposed to do. Okay, we'll see where it goes. We could end it here. That'd be a cliffhanger. We wake up in a bathtub. This is what you remember. You are a secret agent from a distant galaxy to find the treasure that is lost beneath the surface of the moon of Jupiter. You get out of the tub, which is on the spaceship on the way to Jupiter. But it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel real. It feels like another dream. Let's see where this takes it. But it doesn't feel real. It feels like another dream. And you wake up in your bed realizing that you were back on Earth. You turn to your wife. Oh, it could keep going. Okay, yeah. Hey, let's just keep going. Let's just have some fun here. What do you say? Honey, I just had the strangest dream. I dreamt that I was... Honey, I'm just going to keep it there. Honey, I just had the strangest dream. Your wife looks at you and smiles. She reaches for your hand. Then she asks you a very important question. Do you believe in Santa Claus? You give her a big smile. This is for you, honey. What? All right, let's see if we can get this thing back on track. What happens next? You give her a big smile. This is for you, honey. She gives you a pyramid. Let's see if does it remember? Let's see if it can relate back to the pyramid. She gives you a pyramid structure that looks very similar to the pyramid of your dream. Let's see if it can relate back, if it didn't end the story. If it relates back, shout out to AI. No. It is a gift from the pyramid? Let me see. It didn't relate back. It's not that good. See, when it says end, it probably goes on to like another prompt. God dang it. It was all a dream. Alright, that one wasn't that good. We're just going to keep it at that. But you guys can see how cool it is. How cool you can get into some wormholes. It depends how... It is kind of like a game, because it depends how you want to prompt the AI on how good the story is. I don't think I did any good prompts on that one, but just, hey, you can have some fun yourself. Go to aidungeon.com and you can get into some really good stories. I've gotten into some like crazy stories where I'm like, yo, this AI is a better story writer than I am. I think it is. I mean, we're getting to a point where AI is becoming a better artist than we are. It's becoming a better storyteller. It's becoming a better cashier. It's becoming better than everything that we can do. Everything that a human being is and how the way that we create. the AI and the robots and the technology are essentially becoming a better version of the human being. And I think that's where humanity's, not humanity, I guess technology is going. Technology, and we're doing this, we're creating this. Technology is going to a point that is kind of better than us. You know, it's better than anything that we could do. It thinks better. It performs better. It just kind of is better. In the things, you know, in terms of like the way that we serve and the way that we create here, the way that we conduct ourselves, you know, pretty much the work that we have to do, the AI is becoming a better version than we could ever be, because the AI, if you could program it to, you know, do work, you drive a car, do work for us, deliver stuff, create art at the speed of light, you know, do whatever we have to do here in our jobs. The AI doesn't have to deal with the meanderings of a human being life, the drama of life, of a human life. The AI doesn't have sick days. The AI doesn't have to take the weekend off. The AI doesn't have to go home at the end of the day. The AI is constant. The labor of the AI, it doesn't have needs. You know, you can pretty much work in AI forever. And I'm talking about like physically working like a robot, and then also like any kind of AI that we have in hyperspace. It's infinite essentially. It doesn't have any humanly woes that it has to worry about. There's no drama. It's becoming the everything that we can do, like the human brain, it's just doing it better. It's just becoming a better version of our rationale. It's becoming a better version of the inner workings of our logical consciousness. Yeah, man. And essentially, it's gonna phase out in the future. I really think AI is gonna phase out. I don't know if it's gonna phase out art, storytelling. It might, but that's gonna be a tough one, because all the art and the storytelling that AI lends itself to at this point is just based upon the art and AI of human beings, right? It's just based upon the previous iterations of how human beings created. So it's just kind of basing everything upon like everything that it creates at this point is based upon all of the other creations, billions and billions of creations, a database of creations of human beings, right? It can draw on that at an instant, right? But it's not creating anything original. But what is original? Is there such a thing as original? You know, all humanly art is also drawing upon inspiration as well. It's just not the same as, it's not as fast, it's not as efficient as AI art. So it's hard to say, but ultimately it's like, where does art come from in humanity, in the human creation? Where does art truly come from? It almost seems like it comes from like another part of us, like it comes from like an unworldly other sphere where we can get inspiration from, like you know, call it the ethers, call it God, whatever it's like we get downloads from something. Inspiration is a funny thing. Inspiration is a very peculiar thing. Like it's like this weird it's this weird like signal that you get, you know. So where does that come from? Who knows? You definitely draw inspiration from other human beings, but sometimes if you know, if you're a creator and an artist, inspiration just hits. It just comes out of like the ethers, like I said. I don't think AI art can do that. AI art doesn't have that connection to that source of inspiration, you know, that inner connection to how we get inspired. AI just draws upon other human creations, like I said. So it's not truly original per se. Like, could AI create the Mona Lisa? Could AI create stuff like Mozart created, like Beethoven created? Could AI create these very renowned pieces of art that we all know to the collective unconsciousness? You know, something that we see at like Van Gogh, like that Starry Night. You know, could AI create something that original where it just hits us and we're just like, oh, that's awesome, and it just stays with us throughout our humanity, throughout our you know, lifetime as a species, and over years and thousands of years? I don't know. I don't know if it has the sauce. I don't know if AI art has the sauce, dog, the juice. You know, when you see like when you hear like a really good song, or you see a really good painting, like the Mona Lisa, we'll say, and there's obviously way more than that. But when you see like a really good piece of art, like a genuine piece of art, you just know it's good. Like it hits you, right? You're just like, damn, that's good. You can feel the other person's inspiration. You know, you can feel the other person's creativity, the emotion that they put into that. That's the thing. Art is a way to capture our emotion, in a way. I think it's a way to like transfer the emotional energy of the creator into the viewer, especially when it comes to music, right? So you capture that emotional energy in that time period for that person, that vantage point, and in art it captures it in some kind of medium, whether it's music, a movie, a picture, a piece of writing, a poem, right? It just captures it in the right way that hits you in your human heart. Like it hits you, it strikes a chord somewhere deep down. Can a computer do that? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe. I'd be impressed. There's definitely some really amazing pieces of art that AI is creating. But can it create the Mona Lisa? You know, can it write some Shakespeare? I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. But where we're going is technology is going to replace us in terms of our labor and how we work, our servitude to one another, in terms of like literally what we do with our hands here. We all know this. Obviously, we're already living through that. It's going to change the world in a way that we're not really going to have to. I mean, this is kind of crazy to even say. And there's a lot of people that would be like, dude, you serious? Well, that doesn't even make any sense. But I think technology is going to allow us, and robotics are going to allow us to not have to work anymore. The future is going to be a world where we have the robots do all the work for us. So we don't have to go through the toilings of these horrible jobs, you know, of the labor, the long hours, the work, menial work. It's just going to be all up to the technology. They're all going to be able to be programmed to do it. We can already see that. But as time goes on, it's going to be more than just the cashiers. It's just going to be more than just the low-level jobs. AI is going to get more and more advanced. It's going to keep going, keep getting smarter and smarter, smarter and smarter. And eventually, we'll be at a point where they're serving us. This technology is going to be serving us. And that's where we get into some Terminator shit, man. You know what I mean? That's where we get into Skynet. And then we get into technology is going to be, you know, involved with, it already is. It's going to be involved with the military. But it already is in terms of drones. But we're probably going to have ideally, if we move to a future, we move to a future we don't need the military. That's a very ideal vision. But how I can see the trajectory that we're on now is that we're gonna have robot soldiers. We're gonna have these drones that we just program to fly, and they go and strike the target based upon the coordinates. Kind of like when you get a kill streak in Call of Duty, just boop, and the airstrike goes in. Just like that, unmanned. Everything will be unmanned. The time of soldiers, frontline soldiers, that won't be a thing. It'll just be like robot wars. We'll have like robot wars in the future, most likely. Whoever has the best. That's the thing. Is the superpowers of the future. If we're staying on this wavelength of war and competition, the superpowers of the future are the ones with the best technology. So if you have a one up to whoever you're competing with in terms of your technology, the advancement in the capabilities of your technology, you're gonna win the war. It doesn't matter how many people you have, how many guns you have. It all matters how superiority of the technology that you have. That's the era we're in. The old times of the manpower and the amount of population you have in a country doesn't matter to the power that a country has anymore. It's all up to the technology that you have. We're in the Matrix, dog. We're in the Matrix. We're in Skynet. We're in Skynet. We're in the Matrix. We're in Star Wars. We're in Star Trek. All of it. All of those archetypes are present right now. It's all coming to be right now, here and now. The time that I'm speaking and making this, it's getting wild. The technology is getting wild and more interwoven, intertwined with our lives. Day to day, it's getting more and more intertwined with this mysterious human experience that we find ourselves in. And like I said, they're becoming servants to us. This technology is becoming an extension of us and serving us at the same time. And is it ever going to develop consciousness? A sense of I amness? Oh, I don't know, dog. Maybe that's what we're doing here, right? We're creating another species. Maybe that's just what happens, is life creates life in this universe, in this mysterious universe, this mysterious thing we call life. Maybe that's just what happens. Life creates life. And then eventually, when we create the conscious computer, the conscious AI, in whatever form that it's in, maybe quantum computing, maybe we literally somehow recreate a human being, even if it's just a lesser. There's going to be some kind of life form. Like, we're going to classify it as a life form. There's going to be robot rights. There's going to be sentience to it. Even if it's not as sentient as a human being, there's going to be sentience. There's going to be rationale. There's going to be logic. There's going to be an essence of free will. Even if it's programmed free will. Maybe that's what we have. We have programmed free will too. So what I'm saying is, maybe that's just what happens. Maybe that programmed free will just naturally follows the path of creating another set of programmed free will. Creating another creation. And then that creation creates another creation. After we create the AI will create something else on its own accord, and just keeps going and going and going and going. Physically, the physical world just creates and creates. And does that mean equally something has to be destroyed? Do we create this new species and then die off like the dinosaurs? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows, man? But I think physically, this womb of creation of the physical world is just a vessel for consciousness. It doesn't matter. You can only get so far in the physical and the rationale and the logic. What we're supposed to do is level up our consciousness so we, I guess you could say, escape this physical world, this physical vessel of time and space, of linearity, of locality. That's just one step. That's a stepping stone to the higher essences of ourselves, to the higher dimensions. And then once we, maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's just how we escape, in a way. In our escape, in our journey to the higher states of consciousness, of non-locality, not adhering to the rules of space and time, of E equals MC squared. Along the way, we create life with that. It somehow relates, maybe. As we're evolving the consciousness in this humanly form to transcend, along the way, we're creating and leaving an essence of our self here, our humanly thought, our rationale, our binary way of thinking, of polar opposites, black and white, 0 and 1. We're leaving that essence here in the form of computation of the technology that we have. Maybe that's just like we're just leaving a trace here of that as we evolve. I don't know, man. I don't know, dog. Maybe. Maybe that's what's happening. That's all you can say. It's maybe. Ultimately, nobody knows. How I started this whole thing. Man. Ultimately, nobody has any idea. We got ideas. We got theories. Hold on, I'm going to take a quick puff. We got theories. We got ideas of where we're going. But ultimately, dog, it's not up to us. There's only so much power we have here. Like this flow is flowing whether we want to flow with it or not. The Tao is gonna Tao whether we want to dance with the Tao or not. It's going with or without our will. So do we will to go with the flow, to be one with the Tao here, to fulfill our humanly destiny? Or do you want to resist? Go against the grain of the way, of the motion, of the flow. Because there is an essence here, there is an energy happening here. Even though we can't explain it. Even though it's a infinite mystery, essentially. We're involved in this conundrum of the human condition. In the conundrum, there is a sense of order. There is a sense of placement. There is a sense of flowing. We can all find that. It's all within us. And in that sense of flow of the human condition is a sense of less inertia. It's a sense of less suffering. It's a sense of surrender. In that surrender is peace. Ultimately, that's what we all want, right? In this mystery, we just want to find a little bit of peace. A little bit of like, okay, it's okay. So you got to surrender to the flow. Find the flow. Surrender to the flow. And then the mystery doesn't matter. The mystery is always there of the human condition. The mystery is always present. But that's okay. You just go along with the mystery. Have fun with it. Dance with the mystery. Become the mystery. And in that, in becoming the mystery, is a sense of solving the mystery. Solving that which is to never be solved. And staying on that wavelength. See if you can find that. Alright, man. Well, I don't think I got anything else to say. Yeah, I feel bad that I went on the AI dungeon thing. It wasn't as cool as I thought it was gonna be. But hey, you live and learn. You live and learn. That's what we're doing. We're living and learning, baby. We're living and learning. We're going with the flow. We swinging and banging. That's what we doing here, dog. We're swinging, banging, living and learning. Yeah, twisting and turning. I tried to come up with another rhyme, but I couldn't. Swanging, banging, living and learning, twisting and turning. That's what we doing, baby. Swanging and banging. Other than that, man, hey, it's gonna be okay. Everything's all right, dog. The mystery is okay. The human conundrum that we find ourselves in of struggle, it's okay, dog. It's all imperfect for sure, but it's all supposed to be imperfect. It's all imperfectly perfect, or perfectly imperfect, however you want to look at it. So if y'all got anything from this tirade of seemingly maybe nonsense to you, I don't know, kind of made sense to me. If you want to get anything from these words, it's that, hey man, it's all good, dog. It's all good. It's all good. The mystery, it's all good. It's all sweet. It's all smooth. Smooth as butter. swanging and banging. Swanging and banging. Other than that, that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna keep on swanging and banging. I'm gonna peace out. Hope y'all have a good night, a good day, good afternoon, a good morning, and a good life.